Her dad was in defense, and hence her initial days of life were always in cantonments. This background instilled in her a deep love for nature, and admiring nature was a daily routine. A teacher by profession now and a very passionate nature lover and nature and wildlife photographer, Dipti Ramavat Sharma is our guest for the day. Welcome, Dipti, to Only Green.
Thank you so much, Abby. I'm so honored to be your guest today. And yes, passion photography is my passion. And this is my first interview. I don't know how it's
Okay,
going to go. Let's
okay.
see.
Now,
Yes.
your earlier phase of living when your dad was in defense, moving all over
Right.
India and living in cantonments. Can you give us a brief on how that influenced your outlook towards the mother nature?
Yes, definitely. Actually, being in the daily routine it was. So I never thought that I am actually a nature lover. But yes, going on the walks daily evening with my parents and admiring and so much of nature and wildlife around birds, deer, nilgais, and little monitor lizards, porcupine. It's endless. So spotting them, observing them, their behavior and all that was actually becoming imbibing into my daily life. So initially I started even capturing them with the basic cameras we used to have earlier, and sometimes I used to record them with a handycam. Sony handycam was there that time, very initial, I believe 2007 I'm talking about. So it was really great and pastime. I never actually observed that I'm actually, so passionate about it.
Okay, and moving on, when did you understand that this is seriously becoming a passion, the passion for photography, and your
Ye-
journey till date? And because now that when you do a photograph, you are trying to convey a message through that photograph. If that is there, what
Yes,
is that message that you're trying to convey?
yes. Actually, during the lockdown, when I realized that, yes, I am really passionate about it because I am into painting and, all these things are also there with me that I do enjoy that. But yes, when I started taking, close up shots of these birds and all that, I really love that. Even my kids knows that, okay, mama, loves it. And immediately when they spot a new bird in the balcony, they are like, mama, come, there is a new bird. So this is how they have also understood that I love to do that. So
Okay.
yes, during lockdown, when I started observing that new species have also started coming in the balcony, I used to keep bird feeders, water for them. So along with the sparrows, I started observing that new species are coming. So that time I started, actually started took the new lens. Earlier we have taken the DSLR and the 50 to 50 camera, lens for just for clicking the kids pictures. That's what we all do. We don't know when we
Right.
start with the passion actually. So that's how I started with it. And the message which I say that yes, when keep a keen observing your surroundings, it started you started putting and helping in the mother nature, that yes, they are part of this. Not only keeping it green, putting more plants, flowering plants, especially for the sunbirds and all that. I started doing that.
Okay. Uh,
Yes.
see, what will you classify as your most cherished moment during your photography journey? It's a short time that I'm talking about, maybe about 2 years you've been in the field doing these photographs.
Yes, yes. I don't have many, but yes, one of the moment is, one I still remember that I was just in a backyard of my younger sister's backyard, and I was observing the birds there. So suddenly I saw a squirrel coming up and down, and that was, I thought initially she is carrying a food in her mouth, but the behavior was definitely not normal. Then I started taking its pictures, and then later I realized that it is the baby she's carrying up and down. So that's time I realized that okay, they have this behavior of changing the nest whenever they feel that there is a danger around the nest they have made, or the nest is damaged or something. So that was really a great moment, one of its kind, observing the squirrel doing all these things. saving
Okay.
its babies and all that. Yes.
Okay. See, I mean, in our channel, Only Green, we talk about Only Green being trying to make this world a greener place for our future generations. I mean, you
Yes.
professionally are with the future generation. You are professionally a teacher, and you're with the younger generation. So how best can you convey through your passion to your students that the necessity to make this, or rather, keep this world a greener place?
Yes, definitely. See, now as even students are there on this platform, Instagram and all that, so they do see my page, what I'm doing. I'm exploring, going out, clicking birds. So they do ask, ma'am, how do you approach birds, and how to become to your passion and all that. How do you started? As how even you are asking this, how did I started? So I do tell them, see, all these animals, they can't speak for them. You have to take initiative and help them out. So first of all, when you are a nature lover, you should be in that mode first, that how can I be a helping hand towards somebody who is not capable of taking care of themselves. So taking pictures is secondary, but yes, keeping the place greener, and keeping food for them, and observing their behavior. If they are in danger of something, if they we can have a more nest for them. We can nest. So yes, I do tell them about, with my experience, how much I have gained till now. So
Which
yes, in
means, I mean,
future I'm.
the necessity of coexistence. I mean, how important the
Yes.
total ecosystem, total biodiversity is for all of us.
Very true, very true.
Yeah.
Ecology and biodiversity is very important for our stability also. If we just focus on having made buildings, we are just creating country jungles, nothing else. So planting more trees, and if possible, then have balcony, gardens are also can be the option for that.
Okay. Now,
Yes.
if you really look at it, a lot of people are getting into this passion of photography, or rather,
Right.
wildlife and bird photography. Now, if you summarize with your experiences, what is your guidance and advice for youngsters, young enthusiasts coming into this field?
Right. Actually, from how people started, clicking the pictures, that is just not sufficient. See, nowadays, eBird and all that, people do put location for the birds. So exploring, going to that location is access is very easy because there is no restriction, and what they end up doing is just leaving their footprints behind in terms of, packets and all that. So they should be more careful for that, that when you're exploring to some new place, be careful that you are not disturbing the habitat of the birds or the wildlife. If you're in a group, be very cautious that you are not disturbing them. Maintain a proper distance from the birds where they are having the nests and all that, because it might happen that this season the birds are there, but in the next season they are not there. But so the future, you should keep it in mind.
Okay. Which means
Yes.
for a passion, you should not be disturbing the habitats of the wild
Yes.
animals and birds. Perfect. Very
Very
good.
true.
Very good
Very
message that
true.
you're conveying. I mean, thanks a
Very
lot,
true.
Deepti, for being with us. I mean, it's been good talking to you. Wishing you all
Right.
the very best, and let's see your name coming up in the field of bird and wildlife photography. I mean, we're hoping
Definitely
that.
having cleaning drives, we can educate the people, those who are staying around the wetlands. Now Pune is nearby, they have so many wetlands which need to be taken care of. So we can have a drive for to educate the people, especially those who are living nearby. That is also one can be done. The photography clubs, those who are there, they should have one at least this thing in their curriculum, what I feel, so that this can be educated to the photographers as well as where they are going to explore.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Yes,
We'll
thank you so
be in
much,
touch.
Adi.
Thank you.